Anthrax over with Team 1, ready to go in his red palette. We got Jareem back in, looking like a Frosty mage, feeling like a Frosty. Cooldowns of that old Frosty. Shy also on that team, swapping out for Deadly Brew. Grifka back in together with Fast. Coming back in as a Worgen Warlock. Over for the other team, we got Lil God, we got ourselves Moosey. Rajani. I have a hard time with your name, Moosey. I'm sorry. Sham back and look at this guy. Oh my goodness, that looks good. Where's that wolf? How do you get the wolf hat? That looks so good. Gonna be first up, Too Fast. Sneaking around. Got his little big old claw and a dagger ready to go. Phantom Knights trying to see if he can catch a rogue. I think Team 1 is still trying to figure out who's gonna be first, who's gonna be next. Wait. Huh? Huh? Chat. What is wrong with this picture? Or what is right? Because that is a build. Apparently, we used to see this a lot. Gonna be a freeze out of Jareem. Intro trinket Too Fast with a cloak of shadows. Immediate trinket bust out of the CC as Jareem got himself alter time, trying to see if he could alter his fate. Mad Sepsis bursts out of Too Fast. Looks like Sub-Rogues are switching over to Sepsis. It is a strong poison, especially with some of the ways you can modify your calm point builder. Since Sepsis is a calm point builder, it interacts with certain talents in order to make it quite potent. Interrupt, juked out Jareem with a vanish for Too Fast. Trying to go for a blind? It looked like it went for, it sounded like it went for a blind. It didn't look like it. I swear I heard the sound for it as Too Fast dives back at his stealth. Jareem not in a great spot, does have double block in case he needs to, so he should be able to at least recover health, but that was a lot of his burst just now with the elemental and everything. So Too Fast has even less of a reason to open back up out of nowhere. Blizzards are down on the far side. Too Fast hanging out next to Jareem, ready to go for a sap. Instead, Shadow Strike, Kidney Shot to follow, Blink ready for the Jareem with an Ultra Polymer for after. No trick available for the Rogue. You may want to cast Ultra. Big explosion, mad damage, potentially huge Ray of Frost. Doesn't get enough damage. It's going to be explosive. It does explode. Not the shatter bonuses, at least I don't think. Blind for Jareem, still can maybe get out of this one early enough. Too Fast trying to see if he can reposition behind the pillar. Do you have the Ring of Frost, Ring of Blizzard maybe? No, Ring of Frost, Ring of Fire a little bit late as a Rogue is out of this as soon as possible. Jareem does get himself a pretty good go there. Blink at that Kidney Shot out of the Rogue immediately with a breath to follow. Does set him up for a good go. Yet another strike by the Rogue. Yet another Blink. Steps out this time. Smoke Bomb in order to give himself some cover. Shifting power for Too Fast. Does get interrupted. Cannot stop the poly. Is going to be a Cloak of Shadows out of the Rogue with the Sepsis burning down through Jareem. Does go for the block. Could break out of the block in order to keep the Rogue in combat. Is going to do that with flurries, but immediate vanish out of the Rogue. Maybe gets caught in the Blizzard. Does get caught by something, but not a Blizzard. Does Jareem have himself the Ring of Orb, Frozen Orb, that he could drop around the corner, or does he just like send one out? Does he even run a Frozen Orb? It looks like he does have it on cooldowns. Nova down by the Jareem. Does have Too Fast caught in a decent spot. It's going to be a big old Frost Bomb. Needs a flurry in order to make sure that it shatters. Blizzards around the corner. Does get quite a bit of damage. If it pushes in the offensive, he might be able to find Jareem. Jareem, no, for Too Fast does end up sneaking out from behind the pillar. I was actually so close. Blizzard was right there. Almost was about to get him out. Not quite though. So the Rogue does get himself one more getaway. Trinket, I think, is available for Too Fast, unless they still have trinkets broken on the UI, as the Mage got himself, at least Mage Food, got himself a full set of shields. For Too Fast, he's got no Cloak of Shadows, so he's better make a play. No vanish for a bit, so if he's gonna go in, it's gonna be risky. Jareem has himself a second block in case he needs to, so it's actually fine. The only thing that's gonna hurt Jareem here right now is dampening. It's gonna make his shields a little bit less good. Blizzard's down, Sepsis out for Too Fast, does try to go in for a big freeze, does get the freeze onto Too Fast with a Ray of Frost, mad damage to follow, does get himself quite a bit of a hit. There's gonna be interrupt, miss completely, flurries down into a Sepsis, down into a Too Fast, Sheet Death, into a Lances, taking him out with Little God X, gonna be up next, charging in, Hand of Freedom, getting it stolen immediately. Glacial Spike right after. You're gonna have plenty of slows as soon as the Hand of Freedom is out. Little God taking a lot of damage. Frostbomb into the full bubble though. So Pally got himself the full entire immunity. Jareem trying to see if he can maybe avoid the Pally. Does get to sneak past him together with the invisibility. Little God with a full Crusade burst needs to find a way to interrupt. The Glacial Spike does still go through. Shield Avengers barely keeping you alive. Jareem trying to see if he can maybe get himself another big send Frostbolt. Flurry, maybe Lances. Frostbomb is going to do a lot of damage, especially if you get some big hits. That is a lot of hits on your Dream, though. It's going to go down. You got cleaved. Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. I was thinking the mage was going to get himself a reset, but looks like the Paladin burst just kept building and building and building until it hit critical. Blessing Protection may need to come out right now. Lil God not in a great spot. Does go for a blessing. That was without a death mark though, so the Rogue still has himself a big go. Lil God is gonna have to either back up out of there, reset, or I really don't know what you're gonna do in this situation. You got yourself maybe lay on hands to keep you alive, and Shy not really shying away from meeting you in the middle of the arena. Got full blades on you. Try to see if you can live. I might not be enough blind by the Rogue. Just super aggressive kind of shot. I think it's over with the dots, right? If the dots get you low enough, you just die. Execute may come out. Lil God trying to keep himself alive as best as possible. They're just getting daggers thrown in by Shy. Lil is not in a great spot. Lay on hands, barely. Oh, if the dots do more damage, if the duration of the dots will do more damage than the what's ever left over of Lil's health bar, below 10%, it's just immediate execute. There's nothing that Lil can do to respond, so they can't even hover around 1% health. They just basically cannot play with the last 10% of their health. Next auto is going to get you Crusade. Maybe you can make some kind of a play. Crusade, stun, big damage, potentially big go. Try to go for as much healing as possible. The shot could go down right here. Hold on, Vanish, Sheep Shot. Wait a second, the Valley can still maybe take it back. Give it a second. Hold on, try to keep himself afloat as best as possible. Final wreck. No, the dots do capitalize. He does get that execute bonus on top of it. Are you kidding me with Rajani? Rajini? Wow, your name is so hard to say. I'm gonna call you Rajani just for the sake of it. Cloak of Shadows out by Shy. Sunder avoids it entirely. Rajani, Cloak of, that's a wall. That's a death mark. Actually, might not to the death mark. Hold on. Lightning Lasso, giving him a bit of a breather. Shy, not in the woods. Oh, that execute is so good. God, yo, Moosey. Oh, he's not gonna give you a chance, is he? I'll give this Rogue a chance. Cheat death, maybe evasion available. I don't know, Moosey. I don't know. Shy has a cheat death. Shy did such a good job there. That was a fantastic death mark. It just melts right through the wall, and then just the blade creeps on creeping on you. If you don't stabilize, you're a guaranteed dead man. And you know what? As weird as it is, like, I know as a rogue, I don't really give other rogues credence. That being said, I love what they've done with the Assassination Rogue. The pure dot magic that you can do now is amazing. Anthrax, Retribution Paladin, you will notice his weapon of choice is a little odd. Is it cosmetic? Is it on purpose? Is he just a protection paladin that just wants to play red because he realizes, oh yeah, Dal doesn't really like tanks in here, but that is a spec that I want to play. That he's actually going to be able to be a full Crusader challenger versus Moosey with a blind to follow, trying to go for a little bit of healing. Here's a Zandalari, so does have himself a big heal. Moosey trying to go for a bit of a build-up. Zuen joins in, and this is where Anthrax also got himself a big Crusade, potentially bubble right now. Does go for the bubble. There goes regeneration. You can't break through the bubble. Regenerating does get diminished by dampening, however. That didn't used to be a thing. Moosey cannot really recover the health in the same way. We're at 40% dampened already. Trinket out of Anthrax, though. Try to see if we can chase after Moosey. The judgments are flying in. He's got himself plenty of that range damage. He does not have the Tempest Verdicts, but as you can see by the damage, I don't think he even needs it. Got himself a big Wake of Ashes. Lexip to follow. Needs himself one big hammer. Moosey trying to see if he can bail out of there. He's still dotted. Somebody's still hurting this man. He is just not in a great spot. Hammers still flying in. Every one of these hammers is detrimental as he goes in for Crusader Strike. Taking him out. A sword and board Red Paladin. Can he go versus Shamtard? Does have a Blessing of Protection, so maybe that's a Spell Warden versus the Blessing of Protection instead. Shamtar will be able to cleave right through that immediately. Judgment's gonna phone in, but a Lightning Lasso chases the guy down, takes him out. Next is either gonna be Facile or my man Grifka. I'm just sending Grifka. I said Facile. Give Facile a chance. Oh, I was gonna say, because Shamtard versus a Warlock, I think it's doable. Even the Warlocks are terrifying. But a Shamtard versus my man Grifka, who is no means a random rogue off the block. You know what I mean? He's been around these duels more than once. It's going to be a hell of a match. Sham does at least have everything available here. Defensives, offensives. So for Grifka, if he can maybe find a way to counter it, Grifka will... Oh, that Septus is going to do a lot of damage though. Might be a wall situation for Sham. Big damage on Sham though. The man is just not in a great spot. May need to get himself the Guardian Spirit swollen in two. He's not doing great right now. Cannot find a way to deal with the poison or the damage. Light Lassa onto Grifka. The man is still melting little by little. I think he survived the Sepsis. Blind to follow. Trinkets out of him immediately. Sunder onto Griff. Trying to see if he can Ellie Blast him down. He does not have a Trinket anymore. Griff, next stun is going to be able to take him out. Gouge. Does he have a kidney shot? Because if he doesn't have a kidney, he may just have him. Cheap shot. Cannot knock him back. You're rooted in place. Sham needs to heal right now. Oh, that Viscera at the end. There's only so much you can do. Wow, hell of a match to begin with, though. Shy picking up to that assassination. Good, this is so good. All right, teams. Sham, let me know if your team is ready. And Nemi also, let me know if your team is ready. We'll get another going.